Welcome to this very special edition of the podcast. Quite a sad edition, if I'm being honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Because, as you clearly just saw there, that was a picture of Lionheart. Adrian McCullen, otherwise known as Lionheart, many British wrestling fans. And as you can see, I'm representing because I'm a fan of ICW, proud fan of ICW. And today's podcast, well, this little podcast that I'm going to be doing, I'm probably going to be doing another one over the weekend. It's in honour of ICW because, ladies and gentlemen, I got a shock over the weekend. Not over the week. And on Wednesday, I should say. Yeah, I got an absolute shock on Wednesday. Because that's not my thing. That's something I'm already in the middle of doing at the moment, so I apologise if you saw that there. So we're going to go down here, we're going to get this up here. I probably should have done that beforehand, if I'm being honest, but yep, it is what it is. Hopefully that has worked. And yeah, because as you clearly saw, ladies and gentlemen, ICW Twitter yesterday, we are heartbroken to learn the tragic death of ICW Heavyweight Champion of the World, Adrian Lionheart McCullen. Adrian was a mainstay in ICW and British professional wrestling. Most importantly, he was our friend. His passing leaves a huge hole in those lives who knew, of the guys who knew him. So, I don't know how this has become. I don't know how this has started. I don't know what's the cause of this. I do have an idea of what it could be that has caused this death, based on the cryptic tweet that he left 36 hours beforehand. But I'm not going to speculate here or there or anything, because I could say that and it could be wrong. There could be other things that have caused this. But yeah. He was a mainstay in ICW. He was their, as you clearly saw there, ladies and gentlemen, he was their world's heavyweight champion, for Pete's sake. He was the heavyweight champion of the world. And it's shocking. It really is absolutely shocking. His last match, I'm guessing, was pretty much June 16th. Was his last match. Because he had a title, because based on the build-up on ICW and everything, he had a title match that he had on ICW, which no doubt we'll probably see when it comes out on Fight Club. Yeah, it's just a crying shame. Everybody's paid tribute to him. Everybody in the British wrestling scene, in the wrestling community, have paid tribute. Even me yesterday on Twitter. And it's going to be, it's a crazy sight, and it's crazy that it's happened. But what's even more crazy, and in a way kind of interesting, is to see how ICW rebound from this, because this has knocked them for six. Not just because of the fact that he's their friend, and they are close, like Mark Dallas and that, but it's because in July, Shook's Hoose Party is in July, 2 nights, and he was meant to be defending the World Championship against Wolfgang. So where's that going to go now? Obviously the World Championship is probably vacant now. I really don't know how ICW are going to bounce back from this. I hope they do, and I will support them every step of the way. It's just a crazy, crazy time. It's just a crazy, crazy, crazy time. It's great memories for me watching him in ICW. Is when he eventually beat Jackie Polo, or Just Justice. When he came back after the injury that he got with AJ Styles, after AJ Styles broke his neck, he eventually came back. And got booed out the building when he eventually faced Jackie Polo. He got absolutely booed out the building, only to the point where he turned that into positivity, and now he's, I see, and I gotta admit, one of the great heel moments of Adrian McCallum is where he fought Kenny Williams and he faked that neck injury. Everybody thought he had that broken neck again when Kenny did a move on him. He did a move driving his neck and his head straight into the canvas, and he was laid out like that. People thought he couldn't move and everything. He broke his neck. But towards the end, everybody came out and helped him, wanted to help him and everything. He picked himself back up, super kicked Kenny Williams and got the 1, 2, 3. And that was how, because he couldn't get a win up until that point. And that's how he got a win back in ICW. But yeah, it is a shocking moment, guys. We don't know the full story. I don't know the full story. I don't know what's caused this. Like I say, I have my assumptions, but I'm not going to say it, what it could be. Thoughts go out to ICW. Thoughts go out to Adrian McCallum's friends, close friends, and family who are devastated and been affected. And guys, seriously though, if you're having issues, no matter what it is, please get help. Please get help. I've been there myself. I've had anxiety for over 10 years. Anxiety and depression, mainly anxiety, because the anxiety has made me depressed. So there you go. But I went out and got help, and thank the Lord I did, to be honest with you. Otherwise, God knows where I'll be. I could be ended up in a nut house somewhere, or maybe 6 foot under. Who knows? So, if you're having issues, guys, it doesn't matter what kind of issues it is. If there's problems, and you're having illness issues or anything like that, get some help. Go and get some help. Go and find a number. Call that number. Get some help. Because the help is there, guys. You just got to do 2 things. 1, find it. 2, embrace it. I did. Look at me now. So, with that being said, guys, you know what I'm going to do, since I'm here as well, since I'm doing this podcast, I'm going to do Stomping Ground predictions as well. I'm not going to do them big, because I'm not expecting much, because it's basically, to be honest with you, Stomping Ground is basically what I call part 2. Super Showdown part 2. So, pretty much. So I'll just run through the matches and I'll run through what's going to happen. Tozawa, Gulak and Tony Nese. I knew that would be a triple threat match for the Cruiserweight title. I think Tony Nese will retain. Big E and Xavier Woods will take on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I think that's probably going to go to Woods and Big E. SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Daniel Bryan and Rowan will take on Heavy Machinery. I've got a funny feeling if that's for the belts, then I'll be... Yes, it's for the belts. I want to see Heavy Machinery get the victory, but I've got a funny feeling it's going to end up being Daniel Bryan and Rowan, because I think they're going to get a long title reign as the Tag Team Champions, if I'm being honest. I'd like to see Heavy Machinery win it. It still makes no sense that Daniel Bryan still went from being a WWE champion at WrestleMania to a Tag Team champion, for Christ's sake. But in any event, I'm hoping Heavy Machinery, but my main prediction is Daniel Bryan and Rowan. Samoa Joe, Ricochet for the US title. I'm hoping Ricochet. You know what? I'm going to go for Ricochet. I fancy Ricochet to win this. Bayley and Alexa Bliss. I think Bayley will retain. Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. That's a no-brainer based on what happened at Super Showdown. Roman Reigns plans on getting his revenge, and he will get his revenge on Drew McIntyre, unfortunately, but that's the way it is. Like I said, it's based off the storyline. McIntyre cost Reigns the victory at Super Showdown. So, boom, boom, boom. Reigns gets his payback at Stomping Ground. Becky Lynch, hopefully, will put an end to Lacey Evans once and for all. The man will come around and it will probably end up breaking Miss Evans' arm. Kofi Kingston will retain against Dolph Ziggler. I will be very surprised if Dolph gets the championship, but I don't see that happening, unfortunately. It's going to be Kofi Kingston and Dolph Ziggler in a steel cage match, rematch from Stomping Ground, not Stomping Ground, Super Showdown, excuse me, and Kofi will retain. Also, Seth Rollins and Baron Corbin. I'm hearing that Mr. Baron Corbin will have a referee at Stomping Ground. Will eventually have a referee, but it'll be one that Mr. Rollins will not see come because it'll be Brock Lesnar, I've been told. So if that's the case, I hate to say this, and I hope this doesn't happen, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this doesn't happen. But I've got a funny feeling Seth Rollins will retain against Baron Corbin. I can't see Baron Corbin being a champion. I legit cannot see Baron Corbin being a Universal Champion. He had a chance to be WWE Champion at one point, but he fucked that up. I've got a funny feeling Rollins will retain against Baron Corbin, but somehow Mr. Lesnar will cash in and probably get the belt. I hate to say this, guys, and you can tell by the look on my face. I hate to say it, but Lesnar will. I think I see a Lesnar cash in, a proper Lesnar cash in, and I'm hoping this doesn't happen, guys. Please let Rollins keep the Universal title after Stomping Ground. But I think we can all see it's going to come, and Lesnar's going to get the belt back again, and I think it's going to happen at Stomping Ground. I saw an excellent prediction on using WWE 2K19 that Lesnar could cash in and Bray Wyatt could pop out that funhouse gimmick that he's been doing and attack Lesnar. I hope that happens. I genuinely hope that happens. And all, I hope my prediction Rollins will be coming out of Stomping Grounds as the Universal Champion. I hope that Bray Wyatt thing happens. Please make that happen. That would be so cool. And I'll be down for Bray Wyatt, Brock Lesnar. In any event, guys, hope you guys have enjoyed this. It's been all about mainly ICW. I just thought I'd throw the predictions in there just to keep it going and everything like that. Sorry it's a short podcast today, guys, but that's all I wanted to do today. I probably will do another podcast over the weekend and everything, but yeah, it's been a bit of a sad day. Been a bit of a sad past day or so. This is going out. This was recorded and going out on Thursday. I got word about what happened yesterday, so and I was going to do it yesterday, but I was too busy doing other stuff. So I thought I'd do it today and get it over with, and just show my support, guys. Like I say, if you're having issues, guys, please get help. Please get help. Rest in peace, Adrian McCallum. Rest in peace, Lionheart. ICW for life. It's a sad day, man. Shout out to ICW. Shout out to everybody who's been affected by all of this. And I will leave you with this Adrian McCallum picture with what I started at the beginning of this podcast. Enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully I will see you Monday for another edition of the podcast. Maybe it's Monday, maybe Sunday, depending on what mood I'm in, because I'm tempted to do a review on Stomping Ground, depending if I can watch it. If not, I'll do it Monday. But we'll see what happens, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, whatever you may be. Until then, guys, I'm out. Peace out.